Hi, I'm Bob Peters, host of Central Florida Salute YouTube. What you're about to see is a show that was filmed at AMVETS Post 2006 here in Leesburg, Florida. It's all about suicide and the importance of getting help and how it affects not only the person who committed suicide, but the family and the community. I hope you enjoy it. It's called Heroes in the Sky, and it's brought to you by my good friend Sean, who has Nautical Salute, a not-for-profit. He paid for this, and I asked him if he could put it on our show, and he said he'd love to have it on. Also, there's a video on there that was put together, a song that Sean wrote and put together by my good friend and partner in YouTube, Sue Cameron. Hope you enjoy it.
For all you wondering what's going on over there, I want to introduce to you Heroes in the Sky and Nautical Salute. Okay, I want everybody they got a presentation they want to give us, and I'd like everybody to give them a warm and friendly AMVETS family welcome, because we are a family here. You know? We're not going to take up a lot of your time, but what these people do is just tremendous. And once you hear what they do, you're going to agree. And by the way, we are proud sponsors of the Nautical Salute. So, and you know what we say, we take care of our own. So with that being said, I will turn it over to this gentleman over here, and he's going to tell you about Heroes in the Sky.
So I'm Sean Hibbert. I'm the founder and executive director of Nautical Salute. We are a 501c3. I'm a retired Army veteran, 2 tours in Afghanistan. And when I came in at the executive board meeting, I was here to just basically give information about what we do and who we do it for. We take veterans fishing, generally monthly at no cost to them, to provide a sense of community as well as a camaraderie building event. I've also got several books that I've given out, and I think they're all gone. Yep. Written from a veteran's perspective, but it's also for the family members. But as a token of appreciation for just coming and sharing what we do, like we left and they decided to write a check to sponsor Nautical Salute, which we didn't even ask for, but it also reiterated to me of why this post does what they say they do, and that is support veteran causes and the fellow veterans as well as the members. So on behalf of Nautical Salute, we wanted to give you guys a nice certificate and say thank you for everything you do.
I just want to say one thing. It's an honor and a privilege to support groups like yours. And I just want everybody to know that some of these people here in this group with the Heroes in the Sky, some of these people flew in from where? Missouri, Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, Colorado. So they're from all over, and they came down here today to be with us. So thank you.
Start by thanking AMVETS Post 2006 Nautical Salute for having Heroes in the Sky here in the great state of Florida. We do travel nationwide and educate on trauma populations and the ripple effects that suicide had on those populations. So that's what we're here today to do, to dedicate Battle Vest 2204 to one of our partner organizations, Nautical Salute. So, Heroes in the Sky Foundation presents Battle Vest 2204, presented to Nautical Salute in memory of Lewis Tucker, United States Navy, end of watch, August 14th, 2025. All right, at this time, I would also like to thank all the guests in attendance but most importantly, the families of our fallen warriors. So either stand up if you feel comfortable. If not, that's okay. We just want to recognize you, okay? So we want to, Bobby and Heather Hall and United States Marine Corps veteran Tony Whitson, and they're representing Corporal Blake Whitson. Sorry if I missed. I also want to recognize the Gold Star family of Master Sergeant James Jordahl, United States Air Force. And Josh Gagnier, he is the child of Albert Gagnier, who is represented by our vest. He is also the founder of Mission Phoenix. All right, so the Heroes in the Sky Foundation, we operate on 3 core principles: preserving the legacy of veterans, first responders, and emergency personnel who have lost their internal war, and ensuring that their families have a voice, so their loved ones do not die twice. So we safeguard the memory and sacrifice of these warriors through memorial battle vest dedications, which will honor 19 warriors. Also memorial board dedications that honor up to 60 warriors. These sacred traditions ensure that their service is never forgotten. Each ceremony includes the preparation and presentation of casket flags, folded with honor and reverence, and entrusted to the families as enduring symbols of gratitude and remembrance. We provide families of the fallen with a voice, identity, and a purpose. Through our platforms, they can share their warrior story, ensuring their legacy continues to shine long after their warrior's passing. This not only preserves cherished memories, but also plays a vital role in reducing suicide rates within the affected populations. Through interviews and open, often difficult conversations, families can transform grief into advocacy, turning loss into a powerful force for awareness, resilience, and prevention. The Foundation actively shares vital statistics about trauma-impacted populations, those facing heightened exposure to high-stress, high-risk experiences with post-traumatic stress. By bringing these realities to light, we shed necessary attention on the increased vulnerability to suicidal ideation, emotional suffering, and completed suicides within these communities. Our advocacy works to challenge stigma, foster dialogue, and promote national awareness and prevention. So now we're going to get into why Heroes in the Sky exist. We're going to talk about some numbers. These are the numbers that create uncomfortable conversations that we must have. So when we talk about veterans, on average, we lose 44 veterans a day to suicide. 24 from more direct means, and another 20 from overdose, which they don't count self-inflicted. Since 2001, military suicide rates have doubled, claiming 4 times more veterans and service members than combat deaths during the entire global war on terrorism. Veterans face a 57.3 higher risk of suicide than the general population. So according to Mission Phoenix, glad he's here in attendance today, and the Code Phoenix Officer Training Curriculum, there's approximately 1,080 veterans that have been involved in officer-involved shootings. Studies show that each suicide impacts 5 family members, a minimum of 5 family members, and 135 people in the community, whether that be battle buddies, co-workers, friends. Suicide has a ripple effect through the entire family. So in 2023 alone, studies did reveal sobering reality. The Army suffered the highest number of veteran suicides, followed by the Marine Corps, then the Navy, then the Air Force, then the Space Force. These numbers reflect the profound challenges faced by our service members and underscore the urgent need for awareness, support, and prevention efforts across all branches of the military. So, if we only analyze the veteran rate of 44 a day, let's put that into perspective. 44 veterans a day, times the minimum of 5 family members that the suicide affects, times the minimum of 135 community members, you are now looking at 29,700 people affected daily by veteran suicide. Let that number sink in. 29,700 people is a lot more. 44 is bad enough, but now let's put 29,700 to it. We have a serious problem. So now let's talk about first responders. It's not only veterans that face these challenges. Our first responders also experience alarming rates of suicidal ideation, attempts, and completed suicides. Our first responders also have a greater availability to access to means of completing suicide. Weapons, pharmaceuticals, equipment. There are several key factors driving suicide rates within our first responder ranks as well. 44% are relationship problems. 42% are mental health challenges. 29% legal or administrative issues. 24% workplace, and 12% financial strain. All of those collectively combine for a high suicide rate within our first responder populations. Now let's break them down. We always talk about veterans. We always talk about, there's monikers for 22 a day, which we know is 44. But no one talks about the fact that firefighters carry the highest suicide rate of any career, even more than veterans. A firefighter carries a 72% greater risk for suicide than the general population. Veterans come in at 57.3. We lose approximately 100 firefighters every year to suicide. Occupational stress contributes to increased rates of hopelessness, anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress, and suicidal behaviors. Now let's talk about law enforcement. Law enforcement officers experience a 54% greater risk for suicide. We lose a law enforcement officer every 17 hours to suicide. Let that sink in. Every 17 hours, a law enforcement is lost to suicide. Post-traumatic stress encounters with veterans heighten the emotional toll on officers when they have to deal with the veteran in crisis. Suicide is the 5th leading cause of death among retired law enforcement or peace officers. And more police officers die by suicide than gunfire and traffic crashes combined a year. Let's not forget EMS. EMS personnel experience a 24% higher risk for suicide than the general public, just for the career field that they choose. What contributes to that? High-intensity work environments, increased risk for mental health challenges, access to equipment to do so. Now let's talk about the real reason Heroes in the Sky exists. The family sitting in front of me. Our families are the warriors that have to carry these legacies in the absence of these warriors. And what I'm about to tell you, I hope you don't listen to a word I say in here. If you were listening to me in a dark place, understand this. If you are in a dark place, in your absence, your demons do not go away. They transfer to your loved ones to deal with. Stay. Parents that have lost children to suicide are 2 times more likely to die by the same thing. Widows, especially female widows, that have lost a spouse or a loved one are 3 times more likely to die by suicide. In 2022 alone, 146 family members died by suicide. 93 spouses, 53 dependents. Family members often experience complicated grief, complicated by stigma, guilt, shame, and feelings of responsibility. What about depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress, and increased risk of psychiatric hospitalization? So, That's why Heroes in the Sky exists. That's why this vest is in front of you today. We're going to raise awareness and be the voice for these warriors who are no longer here. But we're going to amplify the voices of these families sitting in front of me.
Amen.
That is why we exist. So, Battle Vest 22-04. In honor and remembrance, we recognize the service, sacrifice, and valor of the following warriors who have tragically lost their eternal battle. May their names and memories forever rest upon Battle Vest 2204, a lasting tribute to their courage and dedication. Let this vest serve as a symbol of unity and a safe place where families can share their warrior stories in a shame-free environment, fostering camaraderie, understanding, and community support. They are not forgotten. Their voices live on through us. We will now honor our Battle Vest 24 recipients, followed by a moment of reflection. Families present, please stand when your warrior's name is called. I've got 2 casket flags up here. They are going to the families of Corporal Whitson and Albert Gagnier. We have a special surprise for the Gold Star family, so please hang tight. So, I will now recite the recipients, or the honorees for Battle Vest 22-04. Captain Lawrence Yakubon, United States Army. First Lieutenant Charles Edward Williams, United States Army. Staff. Staff Sergeant Joseph Randall, United States Army. Sergeant Daniel Brett, United States Army. Sergeant Clinton D. Lambert, United States Army. Sergeant Jeremy Middlestat, United States Army. Specialist Kevin Miller, United States Army. PFC Kyle Hemauer, United States Army. Corporal Mitchell A. Bassett Jr., United States Marine Corps. PFC Bowden Hunter, United States Marine Corps. Lance Corporal Jared Warden, United States Marine Corps. Lance Corporal LeBron Hamilton, United States Marine Corps. Albert Adrian Gagnier, United States Marine Corps. David James Bussing, United States Marine Corps. Corporal Jonathan Blake Whitson, United States Marine Corps. Petty Officer 3rd Class Alan Lee Casey, United States Navy. AME-1 Chris Fagan, United States Navy. John Von Hartman, United States Navy. And Lewis Tucker, United States Navy. We want to thank Mari Bennett from Realty One Inclusion for sponsoring Battle Vest 2204. We want to thank the American Legion Post 135 for providing the casket flags for today's ceremony. And I just want to explain that flag that you're holding. Those flags were not ordered from a company. Those flags were not ordered brand new. Those flags were draped over the casket of a veteran. We always try to provide authentic casket flags to our families. It may not have been their warrior, but you carried forth the light of that warrior. We remember not how they passed, but how they lived. Their courage and sacrifice endured through us. Together we honor the fallen, we uplift their families, and we protect those still fighting. They are not forgotten. To those here today and those listening from afar, if you're struggling, please remember, your pain does not disappear if you go. It passes to those who love you the most. So, at this time, that's going to conclude our Battle Vest dedication ceremony. But we also want to honor a special family here today as well. So at this time, I'm going to ask Sean from Nautical Salute to come join me as we honor the Gold Star family of Master Sergeant James D. Jordahl, United States Air Force, August 19th, 1981 to December 10th, 2020. Today, in the presence of his family, Heroes in the Sky Foundation, and Nautical Salute gather to honor Master Sergeant James D. Jordahl. While our primary mission is to remember those warriors lost to their internal battles and uplift and amplify their families' voices left behind, we make this special exception to celebrate his life, his service, and his unwavering dedication to this nation. May this plaque stand as a symbol of our deepest respect, our enduring gratitude, and our promise that his legacy will live on. Carried in our hearts, remembered in our actions, and never, ever forgotten.
So, the interesting thing, you never know where life's going to take you. And I'm a big baby, so.
It's okay, Sean.
But being with veterans and connecting with people, it doesn't matter where you're at, Colorado and Cancun. I mean, it's met this fine family, and there's just an instant connection where you're just like, you know, good people, and you can see people feeling. And I've shared some really intimate moments with this family, and I'm not afraid to cry, but I don't always like it. But at the same time, I wasn't able to cry until really about 2015. And looking at this family, it's just like, wow, you get to see just the love, the life from all of our veterans. And I just want to say thank you guys for also continuing to give me a mission and provide community. You're never alone. You just reach out. And if not, I'll probably reach out to you just to make sure that you're still good. And if you're not, we'll talk about that too. But I just want to say thank you guys. I know most of you here at AMVETS don't really know me, even though I've been here for a little bit. But you will, and you know,
You're part
whatever,
of the family. Bro.
exactly. And whatever we can do to continue to serve our community, serve our post, serve our veterans, is what we're going to do. So I would like, if you don't mind, if for those that are here as part of Nautical Salute and Vets Are Us, if y'all could just please just stand so everybody can see all the people that made the journey out here to fish, have camaraderie, community, and celebrate. Yeah, so one of the things, y'all sit down, one of the things I want to share with you guys is I get a creative bug every now and then, and we actually have a song that I wrote. I did not sing it, but I did write it, and it's about heroes in the sky. It really get this turned on. And we haven't released it yet because we wanted to release it here. So hopefully it's loud enough for everybody to hear.
Sometimes I fight so many battles that you'll never see. And I know you've been fighting too, just like me. If you place me where I'll stay home. Heroes in the sky, don't let the flash go high. Feel you every day, you'll never.
All right, I want to close this out by thanking everybody here today for being here. Thanking you for trusting a small organization from Georgia to come uplift these families. It means the world to us. Thank you to the families that entrust us with your warriors. I really do take this role seriously, and thank you for trusting us to honor them. I want to thank Sean and Nautical Salute for everything they've done for Heroes in the Sky. If it wasn't for organizations like his, we wouldn't be able to expand nationwide. We wouldn't get the outreach that we have. And because of what we're able to do on platforms like TikTok and his advocacy, we're now booked all the way into four visits in Texas in 2026. And one back in February here again as well. And so we're expanding, we're growing nationwide, we're traveling nationwide, and we couldn't do this without support from our community, the people sitting in these chairs, the families sitting in these chairs, and I'm grateful. I want to share a personal story before we go. I don't act like I understand your pain, and I never will. But what I can tell you is I know what it feels like to not fear death. I understand what it's like to be within minutes of death. My personal story is not told often, but I sat on a beach in Tennessee with a pistol in my hand about to pull it out and end it, and somebody stopped me twice. So I understand what it's like when you no longer fear death. And so I appreciate every opportunity that I'm given to talk to families and make an impact in our community. God bless each and every one of you in here. Thank you so much what you do for me and Heroes in the Sky. I'm eternally grateful.
All right, I want to thank you for coming in. And that information you got, wow, mind-blowing. Who knew? I didn't. I really didn't. And don't you worry about being emotional, because we've been real emotional around here lately. So, and I'll cry right along with you, brother. I want to thank you guys for everything you do. I want to thank the families and everybody that came. We're having a chili cook-off. Ladies Auxiliaries having a chili cook-off. You're all welcome to stay and mingle. And my house is your house. You know what I'm saying? We are a family here. We pride ourselves on being a family. And you're more than welcome to become part of it, you know. I believe tasting is $3. You can taste all of them. If you want a bowl, it's $5.
Through the smoke and the noise and the pain, when it's over, you're never the same. Lost friends and the innocent, so you drink and you don't sleep. Takes a toll and you lose hope and you find you're on the brink. But you're not alone. You're not alone. So you raise your hand and say, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. But I will be. I will be. 'Cause you reach out to the ones who've been through the same. They can feel your pain. They can feel your pain. They can feel your pain. So you pick up the phone and call, and it helps just to talk. And you think about the others, and you help your sisters and brothers. It's not weak to ask for help, but if you don't, it might be your last breath. Oh, so you raise your hand and say, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. But I will be. I will be. 'Cause you reach out to the ones ones who've been through the same. They can feel your pain. They can feel your pain. They can feel your pain. 'Cause they were there, and they care, and they wanna help, and they've been there, and they know you can't do it yourself. And they'll fight with you, side by side, just like the good old days. And they'll be there, shoulder to shoulder, through thick and thin. Always, always. So you raise your hand and say, I'm not okay, I'm not okay, but I will be, I will be. 'Cause you reach out to the ones who've been through the same. They can feel your pain. They can feel your pain. They can feel your pain.
Today I'm at AMVETS Post 2006, a major sponsor of Central Florida Salute, and I want to introduce to you the commander here, Ronnie Mack. Ronnie, tell us a little bit about AMVETS 2006. Where are you located? And
we are at 500 North Canal Street, Leesburg, Florida. It's right off of 441, between 441 and Main Street on Canal. Can't miss us. And we're a veterans organization, along with, we have an auxiliary, and we have sons of veterans that are related some form or another to a veteran. And we do a lot for a lot of charitable donations and stuff to charities in the area and in the county. And we're a major sponsor to Central Florida Salute. We're proud of it. We're glad to be. You guys do a heck of a job, and we'll sponsor you as long as I'm here. We're going to sponsor you. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, we do. Sue and I really appreciate it. We're a two-person operation, and what we try to do with education and supporting our veterans community, and you supporting us is major thing. It's major.
We're glad to do it, Bob. We're glad to do it.
And you have sons here. You have auxiliary here. You've got a website too if somebody wants to join.
Yep, it's don't punch into www. It's AMVETS-2006.org, and it'll take you right to our website, Facebook page, and all that's there, and you'll be able to find that. The webmaster, he tries to get the calendar on there every month, anything pertinent. There's a lot of other links on there for veterans to find out where to get help for certain claims and stuff like that. Our webmaster's really into that stuff. That's the guy you ought to be interviewing right there. So,
well, you know what,
he's got
Ronnie?
a lot of stuff.
You have a lot of clout. You tell him to talk to me, and we'll get him on the show. Okay?
I can do that. I can
All
do
right.
that.
But I just want to, on behalf of Sue and myself, we want to thank AMVETS 2006 because you guys are the major players behind us, and we appreciate it.
But we just wish we could do more. We really do.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys are awesome.